Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Oasis Network, aka Rose. So with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. It has been an incredible overall year, and I'm not just talking about 2024. I'm talking about going all the way back a year ago to where we are at now. A lot of the altcoins that we were addressing back in 2023 have done very well this year so far. And Rose is one that I've been eyeing for a little bit of time. As you guys are probably all aware, I've been talking about it heavily in the Discord as well as in the Patreon. And I have made about, I think, like 1 or 2 videos just recently on Rose. I could be wrong, though. I know that I included it in a lot of the AI and the top 5 and the top 10 projects to be looking at. Because Rose has been around for a while and they have been expanding rapidly. And I'm going to be talking about in this video why I believe Rose is set to explode because of all of the major connections to some of the most prominent names around the AI space and the data space. This one, in my opinion, is very similar to the Graph, which was named the Google of Web3 back in 2021. And it hit a massive valuation, almost hit $3 or something like that. It was pretty crazy. I remember it specifically. But when we look at Rose, we look at the tokenomics, this one is fully centered out on data for the Web3 economy. I do think that Rose could hit $1 to $3, which would be fully diluted $10 billion to $30 billion in market cap. Now, could it go higher? 100%, but that is my overall viewpoint on Rose. And it is a really easy way to kind of address where we could see Rose leading into the end of the year. Now, again, we need to make sure that we are being aware of where we are at right now in this space, and we need to make sure that we understand the risk involved in crypto. I'm not giving out any financial advice on this channel, but I do believe that Rose could very well explode this year simply because of all of the integrations and all of the expansion that we have seen from the team so far, which we will talk about in a second. So, with that in mind, let's look back on the 1-year chart. So we are up almost 86%. As you guys do see, we had a nice wick down below 10 cents, which was a huge buy signal. Even right now where we are at is not too bad of an area of opportunity. We look at the log scale on this thing. So again, we hit a major area of supply, rejected off of it. Again, hit another support zone that held up pretty well. And now we're watching to see if we are going to have that major run up like we did see back in 2021 in roughly the March timeframe, to about 20, almost 2 cents. Now, we did sell off heavy from that, but then we continued on to make a new high, and this was the all-time high from 2022. It was a last mover, if you will, because it topped out in January, actually, of 2022, when most of the market already topped out and had a major sell-off. So I do think that we are going to rally against that all-time high, go into price discovery, and hit the $1 to $3 price targets. In my opinion, I do think that Rose is extremely overlooked. Again, it is under a $1 billion market cap, but it is already at a $723 million market cap. Is there better opportunities out there? 100%. But I do believe that Rose has established itself in this space as a major leader around the data scene. And the reason why is because of what we have been witnessing from the overall team. For an example, in 2023, they had some major expansion. They had major privacy integrations on the network. We could actually see 2023 marked a monumental year for the Oasis Network ecosystem and community, with significant integrations leveraging Oasis Sapphire and the Oasis privacy layer. We continue to pioneer a privacy-enabled Web3. And again, this is also something that I love to see from a lot of these players. The main reason why I focused on the Graph and the reason why I'm still holding the Graph is because it is helping the Web3 economy become a thing, right? And it's helping build out specific things that are crucial for the Web3 economy. And that's why I do think that Oasis Network is something to really look at and add to your portfolio, because if you do believe in the long-term span of Web3, and if you want the Web3 ecosystem to actually become a reality and achieve its full potential, then you should be investing in the players that are significant fundamental pieces for it to actually be successful. And Oasis Network is one of them. And we could actually see some of the names that were added in terms of integration. So we actually have Pixel Realm, formerly NFTB, backed by Binance Labs, integrated Oasis Sapphire for its social gaming hub. Their goal is to bridge DeFi and NFTs while introducing sealed bid auction mechanisms linking the Oasis ecosystem with the BNB chain. and other Web3 communities. Ocean Protocol. So a lot of people love Ocean Protocol. Again, this is a big player around the AI space. We just recently talked about it in the top 10 projects list around AI. A pioneer in data dApps since 2017, chose Oasis Sapphire for its Ocean Predictor. The Predictor platform offers secure, confidential prediction markets, allowing users to stake on data-driven predictions with enhanced privacy and security. Then also Illuminex Swap, the first confidential DEX on Oasis, launched on Sapphire testnet. Illuminex offers a new level of privacy for DEX users, safeguarding against risk like front-running and providing a fully compliant private trading environment. And of course, last but not least, Imperial Sdx emerged as another standout, a fully privacy-preserving wallet abstraction on Arbitrum with Oasis as its privacy layer. This platform is launching revenue-generating products, showcasing the potential of integrating privacy into standard SDX. So a lot of these major integrations are going to help propel the network and actually utilize the network and provide major value and volume moving over the network. I'm very excited for this. I think that this is a great move for Oasis, and it just shows you some of these prominent names like Ocean Protocol, for an example, choosing a name like Oasis for specific use cases and for the power behind Oasis and the crucial pieces of the Web3 ecosystem that are needed. It's being tapped in. This is why I believe Oasis Network is going to be very successful, because of the players that see the value behind it. And this is exactly why I believe that Oasis Network is going to be a very large leader around the Web3 world, because again, you have prominent names like Ocean Protocol choosing Oasis for specific things, especially around data. Data is a big thing. I've talked about how data is essentially becoming the new oil of the digital economy. And I do think that these names like Oasis, The Graph, specific players, they're going to be very successful in the long-term span of things, especially around the Web3 economy. Now, talking about that, we actually have back in September 20th, 2023, Oasis Web3 MEV Protection. Now, if you guys do know, around the summer, MEV bots were eating up people's portfolio and their wallets, and we do know that this protection layer is crucial for Web3 mainstream adoption. And when we look at MEV protections, guys, it's so crucial, especially if you're utilizing decentralized exchanges or anything like that. So as we look at this, I think that this is a great way of really looking at and addressing what Oasis is focused on. They want to make sure that the Web3 economy and the Web3 space is built out for users. They want to make sure that it's a safe environment. So again, this just shows you what Oasis is trying to do, what they are trying to build, and what they're trying to accomplish around the Web3 world. We already know that the Web3 world is poised for significant adoption and significant amounts of money to pour in and invest in it and grow. They already projected that the Web3 world will eventually be a $100 trillion plus asset class at its all-time highs and at scale. And it's 140 trillion, I think, the last time that I looked at it. It could even be more. But it's not going to get there without protections and without specific players like, for an example, Oasis Network building out the crucial pieces that are needed and vital for it to be successful. So again, that's why I do hold a lot of these players in my portfolio. But also, when you look at the ecosystem, the Oasis Network ecosystem continues to expand. This is I think that this might be an older image, but since this image, they have expanded even more. This is also some of the major partners. So you could probably see some big players that you know about that are on this list. For an example, Ocean is the big one that I see initially, and then I go to Covalent, and then I go to Orichain because I've been talking about Orichain for a little bit of time. Crust as well. Crust is a big one that has a lot of VC backing, but there's some other great names on here as well, and these are just the partners list, right? Beyond that, there's a lot of individuals coming over to the Oasis protocol and building out on the network. Now, outside of this, when we actually go over here to the ecosystem blog, we can see how much the ecosystem has grown in just the last couple months. I mean, here's January 25th. Oasis awards new grant to Delta DAO for Paratime development. January 24th. Oasis Foundation approves Smart Whales grant for confidential copy trading. January 11th, Oasis brings wrapped Rose to PancakeSwap with seller Seabridge. Oasis extends support for Ocean Predictor data farming throughout 2024. This was January 10th. Then December 5th, Oasis Foundation announces a grant for NFT B privacy push. November 9th, Oasis Foundation supports ocean predictor data farming. Again, this was another one back in 2023. They expanded on it for 2024. November 7th, November 6th, October 18th, October 5th. Like, the list goes on and on and on. And a lot of this, I really do think, is going to propel Oasis into a much larger spotlight. But also, this is all to expand on the original view of the Web3 world. They are working with some of the names that are trying to build out Web3 applications to push Web3 to much larger groups of individuals, and really kind of just expand on that whole offering. When we go to the app directory, we could see all of the major apps that are already building out on Rose, and the list goes on and on. And I do think that this is only going to continue to move. You could actually see some of the posted dates. I mean, 4 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago. And again, not all of the announcements that I just went over are actually on here, but it already has some of the largest players in the AI space and some of the big prominent names that everyone's aware of already on the list, like Ocean, Chain, you name it. So I'm very excited to see Oasis continue to expand on this in 2024. Remember the backing behind Oasis as well. They're backed by some of the largest names out there, A16Z, Pantera, Binance, the list goes on here. But also, we just saw that they expanded use for Oasis and for, access as well with Revolut. This is thanks to a brand new support on Revolut app. Access to the Oasis Network token is now available through their platform for more than 35 million users worldwide. This is the first step in a collaboration with Revolut. More is coming. So again, like I said, the moves being made by Oasis right now need to be focused on. And this is why I said back in 2023, Rose is going to be a giant, and they are building towards that. So definitely focus out on Oasis Network and Rose heavily right now. I really do think that everyone should add this to their watch list at least. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on it because more free content. You guys are more welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.